A job of this size got a number of technical challenges. One is site logistics. You know, it's a big site, it's downtown, it borders a lot of major arteries. So first of all, during the pre-construction period, before we got on site, our people spent time coordinating with the city traffic department how many trucks we're going to have, when we're going to have them, how do you want us to get them to and from the site to minimize the disruption to your day-to-day city traffic. So that's all been worked out, laid out in the plan, shared with all our contractors so they know how to come to the site and how to leave the site. When we get on site, there's a couple of really unique challenges here. One is Lakeside Ave runs right through the middle of the convention center, and it is essentially a bridge over the convention center. There's one part of that bridge that has some columns that foundations need to be lowered to allow us the headroom to bring trucks into the new truck dock, which we did. It's completed now. We also saved $250,000 because during the pre-construction planning, we realized that some of the demolition, we were tearing out some huge old steel girders that we found that we could reuse as temporary shoring for that bridge and not have to go out and spend $250,000 for new steel that would have just been scrapped. So
another cool thing that happened is during the whole demolition phase, I think the numbers were something like 95% of what we demolished got recycled. That's pretty amazing. There was something like $250,000 worth of savings because we were able to recycle so much of the steel and the concrete, which is generated to be used for backfill. In other places, the steel was obviously recycled. So 95% of what was demolished there was recycled, which was, I think, a feat in planning just to make that happen. And I think, in fact, I heard somewhere that that's one of the largest construction sites that have done that much recycling on one job. It's the first time it's been that much. Usually you see in the 50, 60, 70% range, but to take that much out of there and do that is pretty cool.
You know, we've still got some more demolition to go, and we think by the time we're done, we're going to be at 98 or 99%. And again, a lot of these things have come out in our pre-construction process, and our team working with the whole team during the job to find ways to save money and do things smart.
And earlier we were talking about our relationship with MMPI as a partner. These are folks that have been building all their lives, and they've done big projects like this, and it's been pretty cool. They've let us be creative in some of these, and they've also participated in helping us with some of these solutions. So it's pretty amazing when we put our heads together and we start thinking of creative ways to save money, save time, recycle.
Building information model is a big part of what we're doing here, because there's a lot of mechanical, electrical, structural systems here that interface, a lot of large ducts, a lot of large pipes running through a lot of large steel. So our contractors and we are utilizing BIM to take the design drawings and overlay them in this electronic model, so that all the conflicts that in the old days we used to find when we're out trying to build it and have to stop, rework something at the expense of time and money, we do that all electronically on a computer screen before we get out in the field. And so we're able to prefabricate a lot of that material from these BIM documents, and we're able to go out there and start building and assured that we're not going to run into the conflicts we used to years ago. And it is a savings in time, and it's a savings in money.
But where you really start seeing it as well is a couple different places. One, you'll notice a job is much cleaner because we don't have all the materials that are sitting out there and people tripping over them, so we're able to bring them in on a real-time basis. The other thing that is wonderful about it is the safety. You've got some great safety controls on the project already, but if we're doing a lot of this in the shop and prefabricating, we can do it with a little more, not just detail, but with a little more safety conscious in mind, and therefore all we're doing out here is bringing it out and lift it in place. So, one of the things we've always talked about in our business is 95% of a job is won or lost before you even start breaking ground. And so if you can do all those things that are pre-planning, talk about the quality, talk about prefabrication, talk about BIM coordination, and make all those things work, the simple part of the job should be building it. Now everybody runs into their issues on a job, but we try to, now what we do is we try to use all these technologies and these new innovative features to take away the guesswork and do all the pre-planning with a little more fine detail.
We're going to have this building certified LEED Silver.
It's a combination of not just design, but also of constructability and different practices. So we're going to be looking at different ways, not just in the design, which gets to be static at a certain point, but the way we recycle, the way we use local products, recycled products. So the idea is that when you look at a LEED job like this, even though we pretty much have a good game plan to have a LEED Silver project, we also are looking at creative ways and innovative solutions to make it as green as we can.